White man in boxing led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, man. Terence Crawford stops Kell Brook in 4 rounds. Better late than never. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out our fight reaction playlist. Check out our fight prediction playlist for predictions. But yeah, we'll go live later on today on Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. Can't go live on the channel right now. But it was a fight that I had, I think 2-1 going into the fourth. Some people had it 2-1 Brook, 3-0 Brook. I had a 2-1 Crawford. I gave the first round to Kell Brook. You could have got a second round to Kell Brook, but I think the third round Crawford started to turn around. But Kell Brook was big, humongous in there, and I think when Crawford was in the orthodox position, I could be wrong. It could have been the left hook or the jab that cut him over his eye. Over his eye was a cut, and that had to be happening the first and second round. And they put grease on it, so I couldn't really see. And then the grease fell off, and then it was a bruise, and then eventually the bruise opened up as a cut right over here. And I don't know if it was them telling them in the corner, because I had the sound off, like, the cut after what happened with the last fight, we got to get this over with. We got to get this guy to F up out of here. Or it was just him, making adjustments. And Crawford is a slow starter. I think he gave up a few rounds to Thomas Delorme when they fought. And he made a boxing move and he beat him. In this fight, he came out unorthodox to fill him out. He felt comfortable in southpaw. He seen something. He started to kind of find a range with the sweeping left hook. And he started to land it. And when he landed, Kell Brook was punching with him. Kell Brook did what he was supposed to do. The only difference was, I don't know if he didn't have the rhythm, because after the fight he said that if he'd have threw more punches, I could have landed. Like, he was right. Had he followed up some of them counters, maybe he would have, it would have changed the tide of the fight, or maybe he would have opened up and got knocked out. But basically, he was doing what he had to do. Sometimes Crawford would walk him back, he'd walk Crawford back. Even when he was walking Crawford back, he was waiting for Crawford to fire the punch with Crawford. The only problem, when he landed, he didn't put his punches in bunches like Kowalski's. Another problem was Bud didn't give him a lot to work with. So Bud didn't give him a whole bunch of punches where he can counter. When Bud punched, he was punching to set up something, or he's punching to land. Most of the times he's punching to land. And he had some issues getting to Kell Brook, figuring his speed out. They weren't throwing punches. Kell Brook was throwing those punches to win the round, even though they wasn't landing in the first round. It was him, pressing the action. And Kell Brook showed him looks. He'll walk him down. He'll walk back. And to be honest, Crawford, like me and Nate Campbell was saying on Lion Killer Podcast, check his channel on YouTube. When they throw a punch, Crawford brace for it. That's not a good thing to do. So even that's how he got caught with the overhand rights with Felix Diaz. And, once you punch with Crawford, he sit there and he brace for it. He don't slip and make a move. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that they just ain't cleared up with 3 trainers. Either he not capable of doing it, or, it's just not, they working on the gym and it's just not translated. But you got to understand, every fighter got a weakness. And his weakness just so happened to be he braces for shots. He not able, when he able to get away with him and slip him, it's good. But when it's a shot thrown, he go like this. He brace for it. It's not a thing that he does a lot. Because when he make those adjustments, he don't give you that opportunity to do it. What I mean that when he come in and he make his mind up, I'll go to southpaw and I'm comfortable, you ain't going to do that to him. You know what I'm saying? You jump in, he going to make you pay. But when he's sitting back like this in southpaw. Well, in orthodox he got caught. He's sitting back in orthodox. You throw. If you got him sitting there with you, reach don't matter. But if he using his reach and he stepping to you, you in a problem. When he using his reach, he stepping to the side, you got a problem. But when Crawford's sitting with you, especially from the orthodox position, you got a chance. If you be first and jump in with something, he gonna go like this. But he make that adjustment, he start using angles, he start walking you down, he's taking that deficiency away. So Kell Brook did good jumping in, but he didn't jump in enough. And obviously you're not supposed to jump in, but when he jumped in with his 1-2, He turned a left hook into he turned a jab into a left hook. He jumped in with the right hand. He had success when he put his punches together, but he wasn't going to sustain that success outpointing Crawford by jumping in. Because after a while, Crawford found his range. He got the distance down pat. He was picking Kell Brook off. Then he started using angles to take away. And then that's when Kell Brook tried to kind of invite him in and catch him coming in, or he tried to walk him down. So Kell Brook did a good job of switching up the range, switching up his game plan. You know, sometimes he'd be on top of Crawford. Sometimes he let Crawford walk him back and jump in. He had a good game plan, to be honest. He was just jumping in and, jumping in with his shots. He was catching Crawford. But then once Crawford went to southpaw, it was over with. He took all that shit away. You know what I'm saying? And the right hook just became a weapon. And a lot of people weren't seeing he was touching Kell Brook to the body. Touching him to the body. And he was starting to slow him down. And then when he switched to southpaw, he just came over the top with right hands, and they was there all night. Kell Brook was countering the right hand, but he was getting the worst of the right hand. His right hook was shorter, accurate, and it beat Kell Brook right hand straight up and down. Kell Brook was straight right hand. He would throw a right hook, and Crawford would the right hook would get Crawford in a position where he would roll or just slip or not take the biggest shot of the right hand. So he had a good game plan. It took him some time to figure it out. But to be honest, it wasn't like Kell Brook took those rounds and dominated him. And when Crawford made a boxing move, it was over with. He just got dynamite in his hands. A lot of people got to give him credit. He can punch. He legitimately can punch. And, he said he hit him with a shot that he didn't see coming. The right hook in orthodox is what he lined up for. That right hook, if he wasn't hitting him with that right hook out of southpaw position, like he was just barely missing. Kell Brook was going over his head, but he was hitting him with the right hook. I don't know how he didn't see that shot coming. That shot, when he went to southpaw, that's the shot he was looking for. Right hook, straight left hand. And I don't know if it was that he was worried about the left hand, but the right hook is what did it. That's what changed the fight around. When he went to southpaw position, he threw that right hook. Kell Brook just couldn't defend it. That's just what it was. Even if he couldn't see it, or he wasn't prepared for the angle, or coming from a southpaw angle, but the right hook is what awarded Crawford the fight. You know what I'm saying? Even if that wasn't a finishing blow, it was the right hook. It changed everything going to southpaw. And, for him, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter because he can punch. A lot of people underestimate his power, and you got to understand, man, that this guy is one of the most hated fighters in boxing. Him, Clarissa Shields, Deontay Wilder. And I think they're most hated because of their skin color. Like, how can you not like a dude that when he got you hurt, he finished you? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Without the cut, without the abrasion, he was going to finish you. And he's a tremendous fighter. People say, Kell Brook going to be his toughest test. And what he did was he had a different approach than Amir Khan. He knew Amir Khan got off to a fast start. He got off to a fast start. In this fight, he wasn't at his best at all in the first couple rounds. I think when he finished him, it wasn't the best blood I've seen. But I think as the fight would have heated up, that would have been the best Crawford. And what he did was he switched to southpaw, and the right hook was the key. And also him setting up them body shots early on actually kept Kell Brook elbows and arms honest. And, all that kind of accumulated to the right hook. We got a guy that could switch stances and make adjustments and fight out of both stances. Marvin Hagler did it. We got a guy that's not doing it out of frustration. He's doing it out of a chess move. He's a dangerous fighter. His ability to want to fight the best. His mentality to finish. When he got you hurt, he got the length and he got the distance and he got the pit bull mentality. He ain't going to smother his work. He going to keep you there. He's a tremendous fighter. And when he finishes you, he going to work up and down. And when you get in there, I think a lot of people get surprised that you're not going to bully him around. A lot of people get surprised by the power. I don't think the speed is what they expect. The length, you'll know it's there. The accuracy, I don't think surprised people. I really think what surprised people is his physical strength. And I think what surprised people is his power. And I think it's the same thing with Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people diminish what Pacquiao was. But when they get in there, it's the speed and it's the power that shocked them. That's what shocked him. In the ability to, when he was at his best, he was at the ability to finish. With Crawford, it's the same thing. people look at them and they a smaller fighter, but once you look at their legs, look at Crawford. It ain't Pacquiao cat, but he got some big legs. His power comes from the ground up. True power don't come from here up, other than your mental. You know, it don't come from the traps, the delts, the all the biceps. That's for sure. True strength comes from everything below, from the core to the ass, to the hips, to the thighs, to the quads, to the knees, to the calves, all the way to the ankles and to your feet. And when they look at Crawford, they look at Kell, or look at Manny Pacquiao, they thin up top. But you look at all the great running backs. Barry Sanders' legs was humongous. Real power come from there. And when you look at him, he's thin, he's weak, but his base is his power, his strength. And people underestimate his physicality, and they underestimate the power. And when him and Pacquiao hit you, it's like, man, I didn't expect this to come from this blown up, featherweight or lightweight or this blown up super bantamweight. They shock you like Pacquiao and Crawford got parallels. You underestimate them when you see them. They thin, they light. Oh, he ain't never made 47 in Keith Thurman's voice. But you look at his legs, he comfortable. And that's what's going to give him an edge over every welterweight. He physically comfortable. He make the way, he eat what he want to eat. He comfortable. So you getting him at his best. He's at his optimum. Speed, power. I don't have to drain myself compared to Sean, Keith, Danny, Earl been at the weight for a while. If I'm Earl, I'm taking that dude up to 54. Like with Tyson Fury has the popular court of opinion, and AJ had the court of opinion over Deontay Wilder. So does Earl. I'm not about to fight this joker at 47. I'm going to 54 where I got the advantage. I can be a little bit more heavier. You know what I'm saying? Glove size go. I would go up there. But Kell Brook said after the fight that he didn't want to compare fighters. Mark Kriegel was trying to get him to say he was better than Terence Crawford, but he's right. Styles make fights. And I think a lot of people underestimate his strength and his power, and I don't think it's the speed, the length. You know what it is. When you got a guy that got speed, power, and length, and he ain't draining, say he's dangerous. And you got a guy that switch hit. So if you were orthodox, like tonight, he wasn't fighting another southpaw. He fought an orthodox. He fought an orthodox fighter, and he felt better prepared. He felt better fighting him out of southpaw. So when you fight him, if you pack you off your Earl Spence, you don't have a southpaw advantage. Because he going to have that advantage. He going to be a southpaw too. And he just as proficient at the southpaw position as most southpaws is. And he got the will to win. He can fight anyway. They say it's our game ain't that good, but maybe it is, maybe it ain't. It looked pretty good to me on some nights, but he ain't really fought that, Madonna, Chavez type of guy. But, Kell Brook came in there, physically looked good, made the weight. He said he felt good. He felt he would have came in there and threw a little bit more punches earlier. And he could have. The opportunity was there, but then when you open up, you open up yourself to get knocked out. And that's what made Crawford a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? When he opens up, he don't really think about getting knocked out. He think about, really scoring and stuff. But once he kind of make the adjustment, it's going to be interesting to see him fight a fighter that can make the adjustment with him. He fight a guy that can make the adjustment. It's going to be good to see him make another adjustment. See, when he fought Kell Brook, it'd be nice to see Kell Brook make an adjustment. Now maybe go back to orthodox and do something. So when he get in there with somebody that make him think, that's going to be interesting. When he fought all, Gamboa probably was on. He made an adjustment and Gamboa never made the adjustment. He never needed to make an adjustment for Victor Posto. That style was good enough. So when he get in there with somebody that's able to adjust, and he may never see this opponent, and then you adjust again to really bring the best out of him, it's going to be interesting. But you ain't got nothing bad to say. People say he gave up a couple rounds. He stopped him in 3, the fastest dude to stop Kell Brook. Kell Brook said himself, nobody's ever done that to me. In the gym, in a fight, like, he's a different fighter. He's a fighter that is comfortable at his weight. That's his number one advantage. Like forget the skills, forget the power, forget the trainers, forget the network, but he's a comfortable fighter. When you comfortable in your own skin, when you feeling clothes that you comfortable in, you feel at your belts, you feel confident. So I can come in the fight feeling comfortable, eating whatever pretty much I want to eat. I don't have to worry about making weight. I don't have to drain myself or nothing. I'm at my best. So, that is what it is. It was a tremendous fight. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. Want to sponsor your business on the channel? Hit me up. Check out our Facebook group. That link's there as well, too. Check me out on Sportscastr, www.sportscastr.com. My link in the description. Great streaming site for streaming sports. So check it out. Build a profile. Follow me over there. This is the link in the description. Other than that, man, you want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That PayPal link in the description. Cash App in the description. Best way to donate personally is share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And don't forget, all our streams going to be over at Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0 for the next couple months. Can't go live over here. Appreciate the love and support. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't
shit.
looking at him.